You ever had a moment in your life where you wish you could go back to your childhood room and play games with your friends? It's really a funny feel. It's kind of a realization that you aren't as young as you used to be. Every day is another day where all you want to do is go back when times were simpler. It's a feeling we all know as nostalgia. You might be asking yourself, what do you know about nostalgia? You're like 10, and honestly, I can't say you're wrong. Reactions like that are expected because the truth is, I am pretty young. But that doesn't mean that younger people can't experience big waves of nostalgia, because we do. The things that we're nostalgic about are just really different compared to people who are older. I think it's a really cool feeling. Sometimes I think the best things we could do when we're bored is go back to things that we used to love as kids. And as I said, I'm still pretty young. I was born mid 2000s. That's not old. But on my bus ride home from school, I kind of realized that maybe I am getting older. I mean, I'm on a bus filled with all these adults and even older adults, so that must make me an adult. Everything that I've liked when I was younger are still things I like now, like my love for FNAF and Minecraft has just changed into more love for FNAF and Minecraft. But the things that we love now that were the same as before are just blanketed with this feeling of nostalgia. It's almost like being homesick, but instead of wanting to go back to an old place that you used to love, it's going back to a time. Personally, the things that I grew up with to me will always be peak entertainment. If you watched me before, you'll know that I'm not in my normal room. I'm actually in my basement. When I was younger, me and my friends would watch movies on this thing, on DVDs. And now, we don't really talk that much anymore. And DVDs aren't as cool as they used to be. Minecraft was also a big thing with me and my friends. An extremely vivid memory I have actually is when I was younger. We used to play Minecraft Pocket Edition Lite, and if anyone's played that game, you'll know that you couldn't save worlds on Pocket Edition Lite. So what we would do is one weekend, we'd make a world. And then the person who made the world had the responsibility to log into that world as many times as they could so that the game would never close in the background. If the game never closed, that means that the world would be saved. Our 7-year-old brains didn't really realize that leaving it off overnight will just delete it. I tried. I stayed up really late that night, like 10 p.m., just to keep that world up. And then we lost it eventually. But that same day, when I woke up, I bought Minecraft Pocket Edition, the full game, and Minecraft's been a big part of my life ever since. Now, that's just one memory of why I love that game, and I could go on and on about that, but that could be a separate video. And the FNAF movie's also coming out really soon, which, by the way, I have been waiting forever for that. And a really vivid memory I had would be sitting with my friends watching game theory videos and trying to piece together the like we were theorists. Now that I'm much older, I can still appreciate that game no matter how convoluted it's become. And I could even share that with younger kids who also like. That's how old that series is now, by the way. There are young kids who also like FNAF. And they're also gonna go and watch the FNAF movie, and I will be a grown adult at the FNAF movie. If we're gonna talk about consoles, no console has ever brought so much joy to me and my little kid friends' life than the Nintendo Wii. Me and my friends would be playing Mario Kart, and in a spark of creativity, we decided to take every single pillow in my basement and turn them into cars. And honestly, might have been the best time I've had playing a game ever. Nostalgia is really like a blanket because every time we go through change, it's uncomfortable. We hate change. No one likes change. And every time there is a change, we feel a need to run away or find something that'll comfort us. And I think that's what nostalgia is. It's how we cope with big changes, like growing up. So now, every time I boot up my Wii, every time I watch a movie on that screen behind me, I just feel waves of nostalgia because it's comforting. Every time I watch an old Markiplier video, it's comforting because I'll remember that no matter how old I get, I can always go back and I can enjoy what little me used to really love. So I actually mentioned earlier I used to stream very consistently, and it's been a year basically since I put content out. If you made it this far, I don't know how long or how short this video is going to be, but if you actually made it to the end of the video, thank you. I really appreciate it. If you're one of my Twitch viewers, I really appreciate you. Thank you for coming and watching this video, even if you haven't seen my face in over a year. I hope everyone's been doing all right. And if you want, you can comment your own memories, your own waves of nostalgia, your own moments of feeling old. And if you like the video, give it a like, maybe even subscribe. I'm gonna try and get into a schedule of recording. It's just been nice getting all of these thoughts out. I know this has been a jumbled mess, but I know it'll get better the more I do it. If you want to see some old content, I'll have a link to my VODs in the description. So if you want to see what my streams were like, or if you want to revisit those streams, go ahead and watch those. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again.